Hi guys, welcome back to Ms.TeesDollroom, and today's video is going to be a crafting diorama video. I am going to attempt to make a pantry scene out of some products that I picked up from Target and the Dollar Tree. So first let me show you what I bought. I bought these little crates from the Dollar Tree, $1 a piece, and I used a white primer on them with the intention that I was going to paint them white, but the primer did such a good job. It has a little rustic look to it. I decided to leave them as is after they dried. We also have some foam core shells that I'm going to use in the little crates. I picked up a utility knife from the Dollar Tree and some burlap wire ribbon from there, as well as glue sticks, and I have my old glue gun. And then we have a Fashion Royalty box lid that I'm going to use to make some shelves to go inside of the little white crates to hold items in the pantry. And I picked up these display shelves from Target. And they're made for displaying little toys and items, and it does have a picture hook on the back, as you can see, so you can hang them. Also using some 16 by 20 white canvas panels, and they came in a pack of 3. They're 16 by 20, and we're going to use these for the walls of the diorama, as well as some little knickknacks I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I'll show them to you later. So I made the little drawers using the corners of the Fashion Royalty box, and I made 4 of them, and then I supplemented foam core for the back and sides where I needed to make little drawers that fit into the little crates. They're not perfect, but I'm pleased with them for what it's worth to me. So let's get this together. I'm going to use a wooden popsicle stick floor that I made last summer, and then we'll fill it with all the Zuru Surprise minis and other little things that I've collected all over, for years. Together a little diorama pantry scene for the dolls, and we will fill it with all of the little kitchen little Zuru minis and appliances from Remit and all this stuff I've been collecting for the last 20 years. Let's see how it goes. So here's one of the things that I like about the Target display shelf. It has removable shelves. So for the items, Zuru items and Tyco Kitchen Littles and such that I have that are bigger items, I can rearrange the little shelves in here in these little grooves and make room for the taller things, or make some shelves shorter for the smaller things. So that's one of the pluses of using this. So for a base, because it wasn't tall enough, I decided to use these little crates, and like I said, I painted them with this Artist Loft white gesso or gesso blanc. I got this jar. It's 16 ounces at Michael's for $9.99, and I use my 20% off code because I have some other furniture that I'm going to use to paint, so I'll need some primer anyway, which is why I actually bought that. I ordered one of those little furniture kits from Russia, and I'm going to need a primer after I glue it all together in order to paint it so that the white paint will be uniform. So what I'm doing is I'm using some Simply Tacky from Hobby Lobby. I'm using that to kind of stick the crates together so that they won't pull apart so easily. They'll be somewhat stationary. I don't want them permanently placed together like that because I want to pull them apart and use them for different things. So that's what I'm doing now. And you just take some of it and just pull it apart, get it a little tacky and everything. And then I place it on the side of the crate. And then I put the next crate on there. I just press them side by side. That's enough to hold them together temporarily. have that in an L shape, like this. And that's going to be my base for the shelving. And I made these little drawers. They are very rudimentary. I made it by cutting off the 4 corners of a fashion royalty box. And then I put a little piece of foam core here and in the back to make a little shelf to put inside of the base. Alright, a couple of these I wanted some shelves in. So I just cut a piece of foam core to fit very snugly inside of the shelf so it doesn't slip or slide. And again, I didn't glue it in because I want to be able to use these crates, and I might not want that shelf in there. So I'm going to probably take some of that tacky putty and just put it in there to hold it, but I don't think it's going to be necessary this time. Just slide that on in. And then I'll put my little drawers in that I made. Next, I'm going to use some of that Simply Tacky to put a few spots on the bottom of this first shell. Kind of hold it in place, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for. See if I can get that to stick in there. And again, this is what it says on the box from Target. Display shelving. And they were $5 a piece. And they were in the Target Bullseye spot at the front of my store. And I'm really surprised that I found them because my Target almost never have any of the popular items that the Target Bullseye features online. So again, I'm just using some of this. Alright, now I have these units sitting at a right angle. There's a little gap in there, but you know, everything's not permanently fixed, so that's to be expected. But for the most part, it gets it up off the floor enough so that it's tall enough to look realistic for a doll. And we'll just put Poppy in here to show how tall it is. Okay. And now I am going to get to work filling it with my Remit and Tyco Kitchen little appliances and food items and things like that that I've collected over the years. So that's what I'm going to do with this. And I'll let you guys watch me filling my shelves. Alright, so I have some of my Zuru Series 2, Zuru Series 2 items out here, and I am putting them on the shelves here. And what I'm doing is putting a little bit of the Simply Tacky on the edge of these things so that when I place them in here, they'll stay. It's just enough on there to make them stay. Get a little press, and that way if it should happen to tilt or knock over, I'm hoping that that's enough to keep it on the shelf. Let's see, here's some more cinnamon. Let's try it again. So I'll put a little bit there on the edge, and then I'm placing it on the shelf there, and I give it a little push it down a little on that end, and that keeps them in there. So I'm going to work on putting a little bit of this Simply Tacky on these Zuru surprise items, and I'll be right back. I'm just working on grouping like things together, and I'm putting a little bit of putty on here, and then I'll just press them together like so. And place them on my shelves. So you just pull it apart to make it a little more tacky. There they are. And it's going to be a while, so I'm going to continue grouping them together, and then I will get my pantry full, and we'll come back and show you some shots of how it turned out. Alright guys, so after some painstakingly tedious work, I managed to get most of my Zuru Surprise and a few Remit items onto my brand new pantry scene. And I got these little potted plants right here from the Target Dollar Spot for $3 each. And you see some of the Zuru Surprise baskets there that I have. And I have some Barbie Special Collection items there. Some Remit canisters, spice rack, Tupperware keychains. You can see those. The little canisters back there, that was a Tupperware keychain. And Remit blenders. And most of these are the Zuru Surprise items. And I have my doll here. She's showing you her hard work as she set up her pantry. And then I have a little home sweet home sign that I found in the miniature section of Hobby Lobby. So, and in my little drawers down here, I have some sodas, Pepsi, and some bottled water. And as I locate more of my little minis that I've collected, my remit collection, I will add them to my pantry. I have my household bath and body products, personal care products there. And I am missing a whole bunch of cleaning supplies and different things like that. They are packed away somewhere around here, and I have to find them. I just love the way you sit on the shelves, and I like the fact that these shelves are removable. So you can adjust them in the slots to fit the size of the items you're trying to display. There's my blender, spice rack. These are remit items that I wanted to show you. These canisters and things like that. And that is a full look at my pantry. These are Tupperware keychains here. Like bread keepers, bread storage. Alright, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and that it inspired you to go to Target and try to pick up a few of these things. I really think it was a good buy at $5 each for the shelving units, and then $3 for the plant. And then I used the base. I made that out of Dollar Tree crates that I painted white with a primer, and it matches the shelving. And that shelving comes in a natural wood look as well. So, if you like this video, by all means, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments about how I did anything, then don't hesitate to drop me a line. And please subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And I appreciate you being a part of my community. And don't forget, I have a line of t-shirts and other items at teespring.com. And that link is in the description box below.